Namaste, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to go over how to do an organic coffee enema and the steps that I follow. I've been doing coffee enemas since 2015. You can use the coffee of your preference. Please do your due diligence. The one I prefer for this video is what works best for me, and I have tried all the different recommended choices out there. As a newbie, I started out doing these once a week. You can gradually increase your frequency to your comfort level. I do these once a day and do give my body a break, so I will skip some days. For best results in retaining the enema, I find that doing these in the morning or after a workout is best. You do not want to do the enema after eating, because one, you'll experience cramping, and two, your body needs time to absorb the nutrients. So a minimum of 6 to 8 hours of fasting. Make sure you're well hydrated before you get started. Peppermint tea is recommended by Gerson to help aid in retention and to prevent the cramping. So follow me into the kitchen and I'll explain what you need and how to prepare. So what we need to get started is a stainless steel enema bucket, or kit. Actually, what comes with the kit is also the tubing. I will put a link in the description where you can get all this. Also, I use unbleached cheesecloth, stainless steel strainer, stainless steel pot, or you can use a glass pot. And also the coffee that I prefer is Purelife organic air roasted enema coffee. I make my own distilled water at home with the Megahome distiller. So for this recipe, you do need distilled water. You can use store-bought water if you don't have a distiller. There are different ways of preparing. I just pour 4 cups of distilled water, 3 tablespoons of organic coffee, bring it to a boil for a few minutes, and then simmer 12 to 15 minutes. Then I let it cool 12 to 15 minutes, or body temperature. I personally like it just above body temperature, as I notice once it is too cool, it's harder to retain. Then I strain the cooled coffee by layering the unbleached cheesecloth over the strainer. Make sure the tubing is securely clamped before pouring your cooled coffee through the strainer. Once you're in the bathroom or a designated area, then you'll want to remove the air from the tubing by releasing some of the solution until the bubbles are all the way gone into the sink. You can hang or place your bucket on the counter or a steady, secure surface above where you will be administering via the rectum. It is recommended to lay on your left side while administering and retaining the enema. I layer the floor with the shower mat and old towels over that, and I roll up a towel under my head. You can also roll a towel under your hip to raise it up, which helps aid in retention. You want to retain the enema for at least 12 to 15 minutes. I go as long as 30 minutes. The longer, the more cycles that filter through the liver via the bile duct. After eliminating the retained enema via the toilet, I shower off and clean the enema bucket. Cleaning with ordinary soap and water and/or vinegar and water with several flushes. On the final rinse, I use filtered water in the bucket and let it flush out of the tubing. Lastly, for extra cleaning, I store it in the freezer overnight or until next use on an empty shelf or in a pillowcase. This also helps with the cooling process of the coffee on the next use. Lastly, I empty the used coffee grounds in my garden or around the landscape bushes. What I eat when breaking my fast is 2 to 3 organic rice puff cakes. This is lean in protein and high in glycemic carbohydrates. Or you could do a protein shake. 90 minutes after breaking my fast, I then have a normal healthy meal. Thomas Delauer goes into detail on breaking your fast and building muscle. I will leave a link to his video in the description box below. If you like the content in this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Namaste.